Welcome to Sack to the Future 1961 bonus game NFL Wildcard edition. That's right. We have finally reached the 1961 playoffs, and we are uh, going to watch a game between the Green Bay Packers, who in the actual 1961 actually won the NFL championship that year, against the Atlanta Falcons, who are, as we all know, if you know anything about football, did not exist in 1961. So to give you a brief explanation, uh, what's going on, since we play with Madden 18 and we're in 1961 and we can't change the league and say here are the player teams and everything, so we treat all the teams that didn't exist in 61 as a semi-pro team. But since we're still stuck in the modern rules, the entire NFC South exists of nothing but, in our definition of semi-pro teams, the Falcons, the Panthers, the Saints, and the Buccaneers. So here we are in the playoffs, and the Green Bay Packers, who got beat for the NFL North Championship by the Chicago Bears, run by Phantom Fighter of our group, are going to be on the road playing the rat bastard son of a bitches known as the semi-pro Atlanta Falcons. Hi, Vinny, with that bastard you just saw, Kirby Berger, who, the reason why I am hateful of this frickin' team, well, you'll have to go back about 4 weeks worth of action to watch the Dallas-Atlanta game. Let me get my simulation going here before I start ranting. Jump forward, end of game. All right, simulation. So here we go. Kickoff of the bastard Falcons to get the ball and tackle it at the 24-yard line. And here comes the Atlanta Falcon quarterback rookie Kirby Berger. 3,700 yards, 22 touchdowns, 11 interceptions for the 61 Sack to the Future season. And yes, he had thrown for the fourth most passing yards in the 61 Sack to the Future league. And calls an audible already, but does a play action pass and throws a bullet to nobody. Where was that 4 weeks ago against Dallas, Mr. Berger? Here's the offense. Kofi Amici, George Kelly, Evan Kelly, Jay Gerdish, Robert Sedlak. Joe Childress, Levon Tolulu, Fred somebody, and a couple other people we don't care about. All right, so back to pass, a crossing pattern. Number 83 catches the ball. Again, this is a semi-pro team, so most of these people don't exist. Here is the Willie Davis, Bill Quinlan, Henry Jordan, Nitschke, Bettis, Forrester, and Dan Curry are the backers. Willie Wood, Jesse Witten, Evan Tunnell, and Herb Adderley are defensive backs. No, Amici actually does not play much. Amici would have to play if a couple of running backs get hurt. So here are 3rd and 6 at the 28-yard line. Berger goes back to hands the ball off to number 35. Oh, there's Mr. Amici. He's the 3rd down back apparently for the Falcons, and he gets 1 yard. So the Packers will force a punt after a 3 and out. And when we were saying Alan Amici, it would be Alan Amici of the, yes. As you're looking at Vinny's comments there, the Baltimore Colts released Alan Amici, and instead of retiring, he chose to play in the semi-pro team. And this is the same Alan Amici who scored the winning touchdown in the 1958 greatest game ever played. But in 61, he had been released, and here he gets picked up in our league by the Atlanta Falcon Bastards. There he is, number 15, Bart Starr, season, 63%, 3,500 yards, 12 touchdowns, 13 picks, which is surprising. There's Max McGee of future Super Bowl I fame. I know he retired in the last. And we got a handoff to big Jim Taylor, number 31. He gets a couple yards on the carry, 3 to be exact. The Falcons defense in semi-pro 61 land is quite good for a team that is not good enough to be pro. All right, we are at 2nd and 7. 3 wide receivers right. Bart started back to pass. Has a couple options and hits number 88. What I want to say is his tight end. Maybe it's Ron Kramer. And we got 3 receiver set. 11 formation. And he hands off to Tim Taylor, who is hit in the backfield by number 29 and dropped for a 4-yard loss. Duckworth with the tackle. All right, 2nd and 14. Starr back to pass. He has all time to throw and gets a wide open receiver. And look at the run after catch by good old Max McGee. All the way down to the 27-yard line. And now we're in the 12 personnel. And play action pass as Bart's looking to go 3 for 3. Has all year to throw the ball. And he finally does so and throws an interception. Mr. Zuko. So after an amazing opening drive, the touchback, and the Falcons will get the ball at the 20-yard line. And here comes Mr. Berger. Yes, he just did the floss. All right. We got 4 wide receivers, or tight end split for the formation. And he hands off to Childress and is met in the backfield by big number 72. And I want to say that's Henry Jordan? No, Bob Davidson. Second and 10. And play action pass. And Berger gets sacked by number 71. Let's check and see who 71 is. Forrester. All these guys that are playing that are not on the roster. There is Big Bill Forrester. Right linebacker, obviously. In his 8th year out of SMU. And in 1961, in real life, he was not only a Pro Bowl player, but his first team All-Pro in 61. So 3rd and 15, and so the Packers defense, which is kick-ass 1961, as the NFL champion should, is dominating the semi-pro team so far. Berger's back to pass, looking, blitz, and there's number 71 again, Bill Forrester, back-to-back sacks. And so another 3 and out for the Atlanta Falcons, and they'll be punting within deep in their own territory. You can see Forrester, there's a stunt on, and if Forrester didn't get him, there was a couple people just waiting to pick him up. There's the punt. Deep downfield, and he gets it and gets to the 39-yard line. That would be Herb Adderley. All Starr in single back formation. Hands off to Taylor again and goes wide and gets a first down up to the 48-yard line. See on the left side, the cornerback, don't know what the cornerback was doing there, number 29. He did have containment, but just kind of let him go right on by. So, 1st and 10 at the 38. And we're in the 12 personnel. Single receiver to the left, but Starr goes back to pass and looking and throws to one of his tight ends who drops the ball. Number 89. Who is Fosterfiller. Here's the offense. Ringo, Kramer, Thurston, Greg, and Skoronsky. All the names you know. Taylor, Hornig, Kramer, Ken Campbell, and Max McGee. There's Zuko, the man with the interception. So 2nd and 10, and Packers are in 4 wide receiver sets. And a handoff, inside handoff to Jim Taylor to the 36-yard line. Great play call on 2nd and long with the inside handoff. You see that the left guard pulled on the play. Didn't hit anybody, but it still created enough of a distraction that caused the linebacker and the safety to not make a stop way downfield. Okay. 1st and 10 at the 37. 2 minutes, 35 seconds to go in the first half. Trips left. And Taylor once again. Oh, I take that back. That is Paul Hornig for his first carry of the game. Up the middle. He gets a little tired. And here we have Jack Crawford, Charles Tapper, Dawson Powers, Glenn Danes, Duke Riley, Daniel Moran, and Neville Hewitt. Duckworth, Vic Zuko, the man there, Sim Carlivas, and I did not see the other one. You know that Tapper and Crawford each had at least 2 sacks in the Dallas Cowboy game earlier in the season. 2nd and 6, 11 personnel. Bart Starr hands off to Hornig again, runs over one man and gets to the 26. However, there is a penalty flag on the field. And that call will be holding on the offense against 75, the greatest player Vince Lombardi ever had. Second and 16. Stars back to pass, looking, throws to his running back out of the backfield. Hornig breaks another tackle and is down to the 18-yard line. And nothing's really stopping the Green Bay Packer offense right now, with the exception of the one bad play in the end zone. And that is correct, Vinny. Green Bay and Sack to the Future 1961, the Golden Boy from the Golden Dome. Paul Hornig out of the University of Notre Dame. 1st and 10 at the 18, 11 and 12 personnel. 22 actually. Oh, there's Jim Taylor up the middle to the 12-yard line. Oh, call it 11. 2nd down and 3. In 1961, Sack to the Future playoffs, the Green Bay Packers went on the road and beat the New Orleans Saints, and then they unexpectedly beat the New York Giants in the. Oh, Bart Starr throws a completion to Knaflick for a 1-yard gain, so it's 3rd and 2. And then lost to the Dallas Cowboys in the 1961 NFL Championship game in Sack to the Future. There's Knaflick running a little rub route and across the middle, but just immediately hit. It looked like the Falcons were in a zone. Tampa 2, it looked like. Here it looks like they're in a cover 4. And they throw a pitch out to, oh, what a move by the old, 33. Lou Carpenter out of Arkansas. Gets in there for the old man Horning and the other old man Taylor and gets a first down. So we're first and goal at the 6-yard line. Yeah, let's go 6. You see, it's a off tackle to the right and makes one man miss and gets tackled from behind by Charles Tapper, number 97. I like how 25 completely misses the block. Tom Moore misses the block, but he's still able to get the first down. Nope. And there's Jim Taylor. Up to about the 40-yard line. It looked like a run blitz on, but there's that Carpenter again. Oh, and that's the end of the first quarter. The score is 0-0, but the Packers are driving. In 1961, as I said, the Green Bay Packers did win the NFL title. They beat the New York Giants, I want to say 31-0. And if, on occasion, if you go digging deep, you can see the actual Canadian broadcast of that game on YouTube. It's in black and white, but you can find it. It's out there. All right. Starr looking to pass, and he throws a swing back out to number 88. Doesn't really get too much. Down to the 2-yard line to Kramer again. So 3rd and goal. Can the Falcons hold them to a field goal, which would be a win? And you got pylons jammed in. I guess I could hit X. X is what I can to move it. I'm digging the highlights. You can see Vic back there. He likes it. All right. 3rd and a deuce. Power formation, weak side. Hand it off to Taylor up the middle and walks in for a touchdown with a few pancake blocks to go. You can see it's right up the middle and does not get touched. And that is a really interesting highlight. Well, the Packers are on the board. Try for point now. And that try for point is good. So oh, and there's an injury. We have an injury on the try for point. I wonder what that's going to be. See Kirby Berger, that rat bastard, talking up to his players on the sideline. We only hope that he dies a painful death here in the next few minutes. Atlanta gets the ball and runs it out of his own end zone. And he gets to the 25-yard line. All right. I think the Falcons should go back to those uniforms. They've been doing that. They wore some, in 2018 they wore some really good uniforms. I was happy with them. Okay, Kirby Berger throws a swing pass out to his tight end, number 80. And gets to the 28, I'm sorry, for a gain of 4. There's Berger, brings up to the line. 12 personnel. And he's looking, and here comes, oh, and there's a sack, but it looks like, yeah, his offensive lineman does cover, but Berger just gets crushed. I don't think it was Forrester that time. Let's see, Henry Jordan, I want to say. Big number 74. Breaks loose and sacks, and fortunately, it looks like the guy who You can see him, boom, ball is out. No, and there it is. So it's second and a bunch, or third and a bunch. Why is Jim Taylor run on the field? Did the Packers recover that? Can't be. I stand corrected. Somehow, Forrester must have recovered the phone. Yeah, Forrester must have recovered that, or Jordan must have recovered it. So here we go. Bart Starr back to pass, looking, throws an out pattern, or slant pattern complete to number 85. Max McGee. And just like that, the Packers are knocking on the door again. May have to break out the trivia if this one gets to be a blowout. And Taylor runs up the middle. First and goal from the 1. Jim Taylor already has 31 yards rushing. You see, it's Taylor carries number 69 for about 4 yards. All right, first and goal. Jim Taylor, gets met in the backfield by big number 97. Don't know how you can miss that. That's Capper with the tackle in the backfield. Let's see. Poor scheme design or poor play calling, but you can just see that he just crashed off the end. And should have probably audibled out of that call. All right, 12 personnel. And Taylor makes it up to the... Yeah, I know. That's actually kind of what caused me to think of this. I mean, I have the stats from that game, I believe, so... And Taylor, oh my goodness, leaps over a pile and runs it in for the touchdown. And now the Green Bay Packers are ahead, pending the extra point, 13-0. Right here, you see, there's a pancake. Crawford gets pancaked in the backfield. And another defensive lineman falls over, and big Jim Taylor. And now the try for point is good, and we're 14-0 with the Green Bay Packers. I don't know if I could be overstating how much they're dominating this game at this point. The Packers are the 5th seed. So if they win, we already know the Lions won, so the Packers are going to Chicago. I think so. Okay. I don't want to say that this is a must drive when we're only 4 minutes in the second quarter, but the Atlanta Falcons have shown nothing on offense. And basically, with the exception of one great play by a defensive back on Falcons, no real ability to stop the Green Bay Packers. So this is critical to get something on the board. Berger's back, throws a deep ball down the field and caught. Boy, have I seen that before by big number 80 for a first down. Nice out pass, nice catch, contested catch over Willie Wood. Levine Tuoulo. So here we are, 1st and 10, the biggest play of the game for the Atlanta Falcons, and they're on the Green Bay 43. Oh, play action pass. Berger's back looking, has all time to throw and completes another. Oh, no, it was dropped. Almost a great catch by number 83. Just couldn't hold on to it, but that was really good defense. So you had it, just dropped it. Question is, did 26 do anything? Well, he did tackle him. Simultaneous contact. Second down. There's a picture of the Hall of Famer, Willie Wood. And Berger's back to pass again. Faces a blitz and is crushed by number 58, Dan Curry. And that was an outside linebacker blitz that the Falcons could not pick up. And both backers came in, and if it wasn't going to be Curry, oh, it was an all-out blitz. Even all three linebackers blitz. So there's Curry, Forrester, and then big Ray Nitsky coming up the middle. I think the guy got lucky by being tackled by Curry as opposed to Nitsky. So third and a country mile. Don't know how many 17-yard plays there are, but we will find out. 3 minutes left. Berger back looking. Gets down the field and throws an incomplete pass to Alan Amici. My guess is the way he looked on that one is that the pressure is starting to get to affect this young semi-pro quarterback. So 4th down and a punt. Just inside the 50-yard line. And he kicks the ball to his left and it goes out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Not as deep as he wanted, I'm sure, but not exactly a shank. Only a 36 net on that punt. I believe tomorrow night, Vinny, correct me if I'm wrong, but tomorrow night we get the final wild card game in our 61 playoff wild card weekend, Sack to the Future 61. And it will, too, have Vinny Vincent, the best broadcaster of the Sack to the Future team, as he will be broadcasting. Oh, look at that pass is incomplete. The Baltimore Colts are once again traveling up to the unfriendly confines of Buffalo, New York, where the Buffalo Bills will host the Baltimore Colts for the 2nd year in a row. Oh, there's a little pass in the flat to Henry Jordan. Not Jordan, I'm sorry, Kramer. Ron Kramer. I know you don't, but you've been doing this longer. At the rock pile, thank you. I didn't know what the stadium was. All of a sudden couldn't remember what it was. The stadium was called during the heyday of the 90s. I know it's like, you know, Tampex Tampon Stadium or some ridiculousness now, but still better than Guaranteed Rate Field in Chicago. But anyway, Bart Starr is back. Looking, throws over the middle, completes the pass to Hornig, but is short of the 1st down. So for the first time today, the Atlanta Falcons have held the Packers to a 3 and out. War Memorial. Rich Stadium, thank you. That's what it used to be called. New Era, I know. If I was the commissioner, I would outlaw all stadium names. And they have to come up with their own stadium names again. Here's Paul with the punt. Way downfield. And it's covered and makes one guy miss. And he's crushed at the 30. So, 2 minutes, 12 seconds left. The Atlanta Falcons have an opportunity here to make some noise. Me too. It's the only thing I will give credit for Green Bay. It's still Lambeau Field. All right, Berger's back to pass, looking, beats the blitz out to his left, and goes to his running back for a 6-yard gain. I know. And how dare I not be greedy. All right, 2nd and 4. Offset, and that's the 2-minute warning. So with 2 minutes left to go in the second quarter, the Green Bay Packers, on the strength of 2 touchdown runs by Jim Taylor, lead the Atlanta Falcons 14-0. Yes, you did. All right, 2nd and 4. Berger in the pistol formation. Looking, throws over to his left, but the pass is dropped by number 85. And it's 3rd and 4. Berger had no real pressure, but he felt the need to get rid of the ball anyway. Yeah. All right. Berger back to pass, fakes, throws downfield, and it is incomplete. Great hit by the Hall of Famer Willie Wood, and that brings up 4th down. Wonder if the Falcons will go for it. And they will not be going for it. So, hopefully a better average than 34 yards. I disagree. I'm happy with how many Hall of Famers the Cowboys had. The ball gets downed at the 7-yard line. So, an excellent punt by Mr. Colladry. Yep. Comes Max McGee. All right, 4 wide receivers. Taylor in the backfield goes out. Bartstar looking, throws, and hits Taylor on the run. All the way up to the 27-yard line. Minute 30 left in the half. Kind of scary seeing Jim Taylor like that in the open field. Watch the guy go, woo. Vince approves. All right. Bartstar back, again looking over the middle and incomplete. Oh, we do have an injury. We do have an injury. We do not know who it is right now. But I still see Bart in the game. Bartstar back, looking, throws over the middle, complete to the tight end, Mr. Kramer. Minute 2 left and going. The Packers are electing not to use their timeouts. And Bartstar looking. And finally finds an open man after having all day. I do believe he could have sat back there and read the entire War and Peace trilogy. There's no War and Peace trilogy. So here we are at the 28-yard line, 47 seconds left, 2 timeouts. The Falcons do run a blitz. Bart Stark sees it, throws it, completes the pass to Jim Taylor for the touchdown. And just like that, the Green Bay Packers are now up 20 points, pending the extra point, and they just moved the ball 93 yards in about a minute. Ball's on the way and good. And the Atlanta Falcon fans are not happy. They should be, because, hey, they're a team of semi-pro people is in the NFL playoffs, but apparently they want more. Guess that's what happens when you've never, ever, ever, ever won a Super Bowl. Sorry to say that, Vinny. I know it hurts. All right. 1st and 10 at the just over the 30. 37 seconds left. What can Berger do? He's looking back to pass and has time and throws it to his wide receiver about 5 yards out of bounds, as he was very well covered. Berger's back, looking, has time. Still has, well, he didn't have time. As all of his wide receivers were covered. And is that Willie Davis I saw finally get through? Anyway, it's now 3rd and 15 because the Green Bay Packers took a timeout. And you got to hope that the Falcons are going to run the ball here and make the Packers use the last timeout. And there's the handoff. And that will cause the Packers to use their final timeout. So the Packers are going to try and get something on the board here in the last 21 seconds or so of the first half. All right. Oh, apparently that was a weird formation, but well, Herb only got a couple of yards on the carry, so unless the Packers have a miracle play, I would assume they're just going to run the ball here. It's a good punt by that punter. And there's a handoff to 31, Jim Taylor, who gets brought down by the face mask, apparently. And now the ball will get up to the 34-yard line. I still think that's going to be a little too far. Still too far away. But it did stop the clock, so we'll see what happens here. There's not a whole lot of face masks there to grab. And the ball is handed off to Taylor again. He runs up the middle, runs over somebody, and that'll do it. Pad the stats there, but that's going to end your second quarter and your first half. And behind 2 rushing touchdowns and 1 receiving touchdown by Mr. Jim Taylor, the Green Bay Packers are creating nightmares for Chicago Bear fans everywhere by leading 21-0. Makes me even angrier that I couldn't beat this motherfucking team. Here's the halftime stats. You can see that the Atlanta Falcons have a grand total of 4 yards. They're averaging 0.3 yards a play. That's right. The Atlanta Falcons are averaging 1 foot per play. Here's the only play of the Atlanta Falcon game where Vic Mancuso or something, Caruso got the pick. But there's Jim Taylor with his first touchdown. And here's Kirby looking, and then meeting Henry Jordan. And Jordan causing the fumble. And here's Jim Taylor again, jumping over to Atlanta Falcons and going, hey, look, Chicago Bear fans, see what I can do. And lastly, Bart Starr says, you can blitz me, we'll blitz you. Oh, here it is. You see the stats down below. Joe Childress, 1 carry for 0 yards. And there's Bart warming up, and hey, good news, Falcons fans, you get to kick the ball off. So that's Herb Adderley at the 5, and he gets hello at the 25-yard line. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Willie Wood. Oh, I'm sorry. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that the first play is going to be a handoff of some kind to Jim Taylor. I may be wrong, but that's just a hunch. Oh, play action. Play action. Oh, my goodness. That was the most amazing sack in history. As the guy got blocked, got back up, stood around for a while, and realized the quarterback who still had the ball behind him, and he had to turn around and get him. Let's watch this play develop here. You see, here's 52, comes running in, and then whoops, there he gets blocked. And Bart's going, nobody's open, and I get sacked. There's like, whoops, there's 52. He's like, hey, what's going on? Oh, there he is. Hello. Hi, Bart. That's the 3rd negative play of the game for the Green Bay Packers. Offense. So now it's 2nd and 16. Tight formation. Play action pass. Bart's looking again. Looking, throwing, completes a pass to a guy who runs out of bounds at the original line of scrimmage. That's an excellent call. So Nafla catches the ball and runs himself out of bounds. So 3rd and 9. Bart's looking, throws a pass, and is immediately caught for the first down by number 80, roster filler. And what a pass that was, right there. Boom, boom. Nice catch by the roster filler. Campbell is his name. Is there a Packer draftee named Campbell? Let's check and see. Meanwhile, while I'm looking that up, you can see Jim Taylor running away from everybody up to the 48-yard line of the Atlanta Falcons. Oh, by the way, Herb Adderley was a rookie. First round pick of the Falcons this year. There is no Campbell in the roster. No draft pick named Campbell. Oh well. He's just along for the ride, as it were. 2nd and a long 1. I still say it's a long 1 instead of a short 2. Moore is in motion. And a handoff to Taylor up the middle again. And look at, oh my goodness. There goes Jim Taylor gallivanting into the end zone for yet his 4th touchdown of the day. And I believe he was untouched. Let's look at the highlights. Oh, we're not going to see the most of it. You can see Taylor running away from everybody in the Falcon secondary. A good block. And I would think the Packers can start resting some players. And the kick is up and good. 5 plays, 73 yards in a whole minute and 55 seconds. And I believe this would now be, would this be the largest comeback in playoff history if this were to happen? Nope, 32, still the record. keep forgetting. 32 is that magic number. And here comes Mr. Sherrills. Nice little run up to the 30-yard line. Oh, I'm sorry, Culbreath. So the Atlanta Falcons and Mr. Berger here need to just go one play at a time. Try getting that first down. Berger's in the shotgun formation, 3 receivers to his left. Got the pass, and he throws a quick pass that's almost intercepted by number 27. John Simek. Fourth-year player out of Florida. Born in 1935. Mr. Simek still alive. Unfortunately, he passed away in 2002. All right. Oh, my goodness. Mr. Childress just discovered why Ray Nitschke is Ray Nitschke. You can see Nitschke beats the block of the center and just crushes Childress. So now it's 3rd and 11. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation. Berger's looking, starts to roll to his right and is crushed by Willie Davis. And the Atlanta Falcon fans are not happy. Just Kirby had nowhere to go with the ball. He's not a scrambler apparently. Looks like there's a bunch of go routes. Everybody looks to be well covered. Now it's 4th and 18. And that's really good. Oh. The battery makes it to the 34-yard line. Alright, hand off to Taylor over the right-hand side. Is unable to beat the first man he sees. And only gets a 5-yard gain. See, Mr. Taylor's averaging 7.6 yards per carry. I have to think that if there's any kind of score on this drive, the game should start resting players, although that won't happen. And Taylor again gets the carry. And he's hit for a 3-yard gain. Third and 2. And there's Jim Taylor running through that hole that you could drive a Mack truck through. And just like that. Yes, Vinny, you missed a touchdown. You missed about a 48 or 50-yard touchdown run by one Mr. Jim Taylor untouched. In a hole that looked a lot like that one right there. First and 10 at the 45-yard line. Taylor gets, oh, this is Paul Hornig this time. He gets magnetically charged to a defensive lineman and only gets 2 yards on the carry. Two tight ends to the left, and a play action pass, so Bart's going to put it up this time, and he finds an overthrow. Overthrows the wide receiver on the play. It's now 3rd down and 8. Bart's back, looking, has all the time in the world, literally, and is still unable to find anybody open. And there's a punt out of bounds, but doesn't look like to be a very good one. To the 26-yard line, and he's punting from the 45. So that, if I'm mathing correctly, that's a gain of 19 yards. I don't know if Mr. Hornig should be excited about that. It is Mr. Hornig punting the ball, am I right? No, it's Boyd Dowler. So that's strange, but okay, here we are. The Falcons have a pulse, a slight one as it is, and they're going to make their fans really, really happy by running the ball for 1 yard with exactly 8 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in the game. 2nd and 9. And again, the Falcons are running the ball up the middle. My goodness, Jay Childress has a huge gain up to the 42-yard line, his biggest run of the game, as Mr. Niski and Mr. Jordan were both blocked, I should say. A nice little gain. All right. And Willie Dennis says, okay, I'm tired of you running. It takes lots of energy to go chase you down. So I'll just tackle you right now. And he wasn't really that nice about it. It's like, hello. Oh, that's launching, sir. In this day and age, that's a personal foul and near ejection. 2nd and 12 at the 40. And play action, and there's a rollout. Birdie is looking for a rollout, and he's going to gets crushed. There's a fumble. His offensive lineman picks it up, and it's just a mess. It is what it is. See, Willie Davis crushes him again, and then you see Kirby drop the ball, but his offensive lineman, number 72, picks it up and decides he is going to be the Falcons version of Jim Taylor, and then is stuck. So 3rd down and 19. Looking, Berger's looking, oh, and he gets it away, and it's incomplete. So the question is quickly going to become now, not if Atlanta can win, is if Atlanta can get a score. All right. Oh, Bart's going back to pass. He throws it over the middle to number 85, Max McGee. And that's that. 1 quarter to go. The score, the Green Bay Packers 28. The Atlanta Falcons 0. Look at that big shiny helmet there, Phantom Fighter. Look at that close-up of one of your favorite helmets. Okay, 1st and 10 at the 27. Bart Starr looks, throws over, oh my goodness, he's got a wide open Max McGee running down the sideline. Tackled from behind at the 24, excuse me. Good Lord. See a crossing pattern, and Max McGee was just running away from everybody. And his cigarette must have gotten in the way. Maybe the shot of bourbon he had with him, who knows, but he was still able to make the catch and get the first down. Hey, look, Jim Taylor's, ooh, look at that. Big number 52 wants Jim Taylor's autograph. Mr. Moran's 7th tackle of the day. All right, 2nd and 9. And there's Jim Taylor off the left side. He's able to power his way to the 17-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 3. Yeah, it's ugly. Shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers to the left, and there's a draw. What in the world was that? Jim Taylor decided, nah, I could go for my 5th touchdown of the day, but instead I'm just going to stop right here, and go, hi, number 20. Would you like my ball? Yep, I would be throwing I would be saying, what the hell is going on around here? In my best Vinny voice. Okay, 32-yard field goal by Mr. Horning. Up and away it goes, and it's good. So, one way or another, the running backs for the Green Bay Packers are responsible for all the scoring in this game. Yes, Vinny, but in defense of Houston, you'd have to think that if the first game would have played a little, if the head coach had made some different choices, they at least would have tied that one. If Frank Reich hadn't decided to go for the win, then that wouldn't be a loss. Granted, who likes a tie? It's like kissing your sister. Berger's back, looking, throws. Ooh, hey, completes a pass to the 32. Oh, okay, yeah. Agreed, sir. I would assume the Colts are going to beat Buffalo. Berger's back, but there's a cornerback blitz and finds the open receiver and gets all the way down to the 46-yard line of Green Bay. And Atlanta's going to say, you're not going to shut us out. Not going to happen. So here's Berger looking. And completes the pass. And there's a flag, so I guess that's going to be a face mask. So Atlanta is trying to score here. Personal foul, face mask. Against Joe Lesage. That's an interesting name. Ah, that's why. Yep. Oh my goodness, look at that big hole up the middle for Mr. Childress. Gets all the way to the 15-yard line. By the way, Joe Lesage was a draft pick out of Tulane for a 4th round that failed to make the team. Oh, there's Childress again, and Mr. Davis is like, nope, again, tired of running after you, so I'm going to stop you right here. Another handoff to Childress, and this time Mr. Forrester says, that's to Hill, and Mr. Forrester says, stop running, I don't like chasing you. So Berger's in the back, so he's got 3 wide receivers to the right, and still hands off to Mr. Hill, who breaks 1 tackle, and Mr. Forrester and Mr. Davis both are there to say, stop running. So here we are, field goal, 32 yards. Can they get the shutout off the board? Kick is on the way, and they can get the shutout. So there you go. There's the crack in the armor. Oh, there's an onside kick coming. Just 28 more points, guys. 4 more touchdowns in 3 minutes. And no, Max McGee is like, here, hold my drink. I got to catch this. Oh, I'm sorry. That's 65. That's why is a guard on your onside kick team? Just out of curiosity. Green Bay. That seems like a poor decision. And who was that, Vinny? Never mind. I'm sorry. That's just mean. Don't answer that. I don't want to be a jerk. Okay, fair enough. I apologize. That's a horrible thing to say. Look at Jim Taylor drag a defensive lineman for 4 yards. I'm running the risk of getting bad juju. All right. This is a Super Bowl. Wasn't the New England coming back from Atlanta just the same 25 points in the 4th quarter? Two minutes left of this very... Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Still. Oh, Jim Taylor runs left. And, oh my gosh. He just buried his head. He would have got the first down, but apparently he's trying to give the Falcons hope. It's like, okay, make your move now. Don't go backwards. Just go right up there. All right, well, Question is, will they try a field goal? Oh, okay. All right, here's a 48-yard field goal. Kick is on the way, and it is good. So it's 34-3 with 1:08 left. Well, not wanting to assume, but it looks like we will have a rematch of the NFC Central struggle between the Chicago Bears and these Green Bay Packers. And as Vinny pointed out earlier, it is hard to beat a team 3 times in 1 year. Not wanting to give you any bad karma there, Mr. Fighter. All right. Berger's back. Looking and completes the pass to the 49-yard line. Time is still going. I don't really think they're going to try and... All right. 40 seconds and counting. Berger's back, looking, throws, completed pass. And of course we have a timeout because the Falcons have got to work on that 34-point play. There's Vince roaming the sidelines going, what in God's name are they calling timeout for?
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. Let's go! Green 39!
All right, Kirby throwing a pass. Oh, look at that. And Willie Wood's like, you know what? You guys should have just kneeled down on the ball, so here's another face mask penalty. So will the Falcons get a token touchdown? Hate to use the word token. Let's say complimentary touchdown. And Berger's looking. Oh, looking some more. And throws an absolutely beautiful pass to Whittington. And that ends your ball game. Jesse Whittington. Let's look him up, shall we? His full name is Urshel Jesse Whittington, defensive back from the University of Texas, El Paso. Was born May 9th, 1934 in Big Spring, Texas, right down the road from where I am, and passed away May 22nd, 2012 in Las Cruces, New Mexico. Again, right down the road from where I live. He was a 5th-round pick from the Los Angeles Rams in 1956 and had a 9-year career with the Rams and these Packers. And won a world championship with the Packers, but did not win a Super Bowl, as his last year was 1964. Well, 3 of the 4 wildcard games are done. The Green Bay Packers beat the semi-pro team 34-3 in quite convincing fashion. And we'll move on to play the Chicago Bears in the divisional round. And the Falcons will go home. I will throw some stats up. But as you can see from the highlights, it was pretty much Packer domination from beginning to end. I hope you enjoyed this broadcast, providing some fun and entertainment to you. Always watching football is fun. I will say good night. Good night, Gracie. Once again, your final score. The Green Bay Packers 34. The Atlanta Falcons 3. Good night, guys, and anybody who watched.